Hi, welcome back to Not Another Couples podcast with me, Suzie, and you.
Marc-Robert.
Marc-Robert, okay, nice. This is actually episode 28.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking to you.
Why?
Because I'm no longer the premier talent.
Well, you could just say you had a little holiday and we had some guest speakers in. We'll come back to that in a minute when you stop sulking, possibly. Mm-hmm. So what's been happening this weekend? Was Eurovision. It's the big thing.
Very camp.
Very camp. Well, it's what it's meant to be. We were at a friend's for a barbecue birthday.
Yeah.
Happy 60th, Katie, if you're listening.
She looks very good for 60.
She'll hate me for that. Good. And so we had it on the background. It wasn't like we didn't sit down and watch it all, obviously.
We did at the end when it all got, when
they
they did the voting.
Yeah, but we missed a lot of the main acts performing. We just sort of saw them out the corner of our eye.
Austria. Was that the guy with the falsetto thingy voicey?
Yeah, he looked like in the little clip on the video, he was like on some sailing, excuse me, a bit burpy to say, sailing boat.
Oh. Was it like reenacting Titanic?
I don't really know. I didn't really hear it. So it was just obviously very different. You can never predict who's going to win because it's always just
we can pretty much
who
predict.
Likes what countries, regardless of how well they performed, I think, sometimes. And I thought our girls Remember Monday. I thought it was a really good song. I never thought they were going to win ever because, you know, it's rare that the UK wins anything. And the nearest we got was Sam Ryder a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, and then the Ukraine War.
And the Ukraine War obviously took precedence of voting. Not that they weren't good, but he should have won probably.
Do the youth still watch Eurovision?
No, we're definitely not.
No.
Late teenagers that we know of.
But apparently it gets massive viewing figures.
Yeah, but it's a bit like lots of things. I think in this country, we sort of stopped watching it. There's sort of a few people that are like avid followers and Eurovision lovers, and that's fine. But I think here, it used to be such a massive thing, and then I think because we used to occasionally win, or even Ireland, we'd claim Ireland as sort of near winners. But since it became, we just get 0 votes. 0 point.
Nil point.
Nil point, oui. Most of the time, it sort of just becomes a bit of a running joke, really.
Yeah.
So I think
don't know if
it's
a curse. If you get selected to sing for the UK, is it a curse to do it? Has anyone's career blossomed afterwards? Did that help Sam Ryder? Did you just fart? Did Sam Ryder's career get...
I think he was already
he got a lot
on the way
press,
up,
didn't he? Yeah.
But because he was such a...
Were Bucks Fizz famous already?
No.
They weren't?
And ABBA weren't really either.
Weren't they?
No.
Name me an artist that's done Eurovision, non-UK, that we know of. Can we name it?
Well, we wouldn't know, but there are artists out there who've gone on to do stuff, not necessarily in the UK, that's what I'm saying, in mainland Europe. It's huge. You know, some of these artists are huge.
Who was that bloke that was... Well, I don't know. I have to be careful. What was she dressed as? She had a beard. Dana.
Again, I can't... Oh, look at you.
Was it Dana?
I don't know. No, Dana's like a 1980s, 70s pop star.
Okay.
I don't know. There was an artist, yes. But this is the thing. I think because we were watching it sort of on the sidelines, if you like, and then we came in to watch some of the voting, I felt, and I feel like when we watch Eurovision, it's always like, you know, when you go to like a different country and you don't always speak the language and you put on local TV or something in a hotel room.
Yeah.
And you're watching some probably really popular TV show in their country, but you have no bloody idea what is going on. Is it supposed to be piss takes? Is it real? Do they think they're really funny? Is it just cheesy? No, that's what I feel when I watch Eurovision. That's what I feel. I'm watching it going, this is so cheesy and so cringy. It's almost good, but I'm not quite sure, you know, what's going on. You know, half the time there's just people randomly talking to people in the audience, or a shot of some random person in a country voting or talking about their country's representation or whatever. I don't know.
We should bring back Bucks Fizz.
Yeah, Bucks Fizz, skirts off.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's move on from Eurovision. What else have you been up to this weekend?
Crystal Palace actually beat Man City. I'm not a great football fan, but that was quite phenomenal for them.
What was it?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
So that was amazing.
Yes, there's been a lot of hype about that.
Yeah. When are they doing? They must be doing a tour, open bus tour around Crystal Palace.
they talk like that in Crystal Palace.
Oh,
Do they?
Don't mess with Crystal Palacians.
Palatians,
Yeah.
maybe. Crystal Palatians.
That's quite a tough area.
I don't think it is so much now.
Tulse Hill, Crystal Palace.
A bit more...
I used to drive there twice a week, and it was always quite interesting. Going to Crystal Palace track.
Yeah, but that was like a long time ago.
I know.
I think it might have changed.
Do you think it's been gentrified like everywhere now?
A little bit, I think.
A little bit gentrified.
I'm sure
but still Crystal Palace. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that was amazing, really. No one really expected it. One of my clients put a bet on when Crystal Palace had already scored, so they 1-0, and he still got... It's like even the bookies didn't think it would last. I think he still got 12-1, even... He put the bet on after Crystal Palace had scored.
Wow.
So he was happy.
Happy chappy.
Mm-hmm.
You went and did some competition, didn't you? But
yes, you win some, you lose some.
We won't really talk about it, I don't think.
Well, it was nice watching some of the young athletes I coach compete and be there for them.
Yes.
So that was cool. But the pole vault was pants. But the Achilles wasn't great.
Your pole vault was pants, not the pole vault.
No, my pole vault was pants.
Well, it's tricky because you do multi-events. You're having to do them all at the same time.
I've done it before.
Yes, I know, but I'm not giving excuses. I'm just sort of setting the tone, setting the picture to everybody. You're running from one event to one, so you can't really focus on one event at a time. But if you hadn't had Achilles niggles, then you probably would have been fine.
We'll see. Just shouldn't have competed, really. I was being a bit silly, but I was just keen to get going. This is what happens when you're extremely good looking.
When you're an elite athlete.
And ginger. You got to... I mean, I was the only ginger athlete there.
Were you?
Yes. I always do a survey.
But do people class you as ginger still?
Yes, when they see downstairs.
Do you show that's at the first thing? You go, hi, please look at my pubic hair.
Please.
No one needs that.
I use a merkin now.
Probably need to.
All right.
Getting on a bit.
Yes, I was the only ginger person there. Do I see myself as ginger? Yes. I'm a minority.
I think you're not strictly ginger.
Look, I was brought up as a ginger.
In a ginger commune.
Ostracised.
With all the gingers
bullied, chased.
in the world.
That's why I got quit, because I just got chased a lot. That's why. You'll never meet a slow ginger person. If you do, they're most really dead.
It's nice.
Well,
it's a cheery thought. Probably won't meet them then if they're already dead.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah. Obituary or something.
Obituary?
Yeah, how'd you say it? Phenomenal.
Obituary. Phenomenal.
So, yes. How did we go from gingers to Crystal Palace? Oh, competing. Yeah.
Name me. Okay, I can think of one ginger top athlete.
Greg Rutherford.
Yes. Any others? In athletics?
Oh, yes, there must be. Oh, that's a good one. Come back to me.
Answers on a postcard. Send them to us.
Famous ginger.
Via Not Another Couples podcast. Thank you.
Oh.
Famous ginger athletes. Or sportsmen.
Paul Scholes.
Who's going to do that one?
Paul Scholes.
Rugby players. There's got to be lots of rugby players. Lots of Welsh rugby players, surely.
Yeah, it wasn't Gareth Thomas. Didn't he have slightly changé?
Yeah, and there was another one. Slightly older than him.
Yeah, the flanker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see him, I can't think of his name.
No.
It's really annoying.
He says that about you. Yes. What else? And so, yes, that was Saturday, and then Sunday was quite chilled. I was meant to do a course, but pulled out of it, which was a very good decision.
Yes.
Did some gardening, and then watched Danny Kerr in his last game.
Yes, the Danny Kerr, last game. Let's get a little bit of rugby chat in there.
Yeah, he was pretty much starting when I coached.
So you were helping.
You're good with years. What were you?
You were coaching. Well, we worked out, I think it's about 2007, 2008, because Amber was about 3.
Yeah.
2, 3, I think, and Flynn might have been a baby or just about to be born. I can't remember.
He was pretty much first team then, but just starting-ish. I mean, amazing longevity. Well, as you said, it is a positional thing, longevity. I mean, him and Ben Young.
You can get injured playing any position in rugby, but
less so
as a scrum half, you tend to stay out the way a little bit.
But I do quite like it's that romantic where he stayed with one club all the way. He was at Leeds when he was an academy player, then he came to Quins and just stayed there. And I'm sure maybe about 5-6 years ago, he could have, he was still England. He could have gone to France or he could have gone to Japan and made a lot more money. but didn't. And I kind of like that. And you don't really see that anymore. You don't see it in, definitely less in, what's his name? Vardy was Leicester all the way through. He's just done his last game, hasn't he?
Yeah, footballers tend to move around a little bit more fickle.
Scholes was just Beckham, I guess.
Yeah, but
before he went to
America. Well, Real Madrid and then...
Yeah. I was reading... Have you
read about...
Yes,
I read in the Times this weekend about his
massive 25,000 new stadium he's building on the edge of Miami Airport or somewhere, this new development. But
he's very clever.
But I didn't realise the deal that he got with Simon Fuller.
Yes.
When he was at Inter Miami.
No. LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy. Basically ended up earning him another 300 million.
Yeah, there was a lot of...
incentives, or what do you call them?
Well, no, people were saying, why is he doing that? He could earn so much more money if he stayed, in the European football leagues. But he moved there with a deal that... Because they had a cap, I think, on their wages or whatever, their
salary cap.
Okay.
Thank you.
But somehow Simon Fulham wangled a deal that he then... I don't know how it was. There was only a certain percentage of it was capped, and then the rest he could earn whatever he wanted.
Nice.
And then when he took over... then I think he then got shares and in the profits of each match. So every hot dog, every beer, ended up getting about 300 million.
I used to walk past Victoria Beckham's shop on Dover Street, I think it is. And I used to walk past it quite regularly, I'd say once a week. And I never, ever, ever saw anyone in it. I mean, it's a massive store. I think she's still got it.
But again, you're forgetting that she sells internationally.
Is she internationally known?
She's internationally known.
But is she known to rock the microphone?
Hold the microphone. I don't know if she rocks it.
Assistant's in town.
Oh, here she comes. Don't touch my drink. That's why I've got it in this big...
I don't know if I want your hairs. Okay.
Tippy cup. Look at my tippy cup.
That's massive. You've got tiny hands.
No, it's because otherwise if I put a glass of water on the floor, she comes along and drinks out.
She looks like Titanic.
Or The Lion King.
Oh, yes. Oh, Zagonia.
Anyway, yes, Victoria Beckham with her clothing range.
Yes.
I'm sure she sells, but she might sell it in department stores, I think.
Sells seashells.
On the seashore.
Right,
can we just explain? I had no sleep last night.
Just looking at me.
So tired. So my
vocabulary... I had a puffy elbow.
Yeah, is it still there?
It's still...
Look, it's got a big lumpy... Ugh. Oh, that's weird.
I don't know what I did.
Got a massive swelling on his elbow.
I did some weighted dips, but it didn't hurt at the time. And then it just suddenly went poof.
Like a big red...
I think it's some sort of bursar or something. Not like a bursar that controls the fees at schools. I don't think he's in there.
Yes.
It's my fatty pad. Oof. It's coming up.
Jesus.
One more for luck?
No, it's hay fever season, people. Yeah. If you get hay fever, I feel you.
Do you?
Well, I don't, but I'm sympathise with you.
Okay.
That's what I mean. It's what the kids say. I feel you. Feel you.
Calm.
Someone
said that the other day. Yeah, it's calm. Is it? Oh, good.
Yeah, hay fever season, which comes and goes. I don't quite know what is the disease that I'm... it would speak. It is that I'm allergic to.
I think it's... You didn't sleep.
I've got itchy tongue now because I've sneezed.
Itchy tongue?
Yeah. You get Yeah.
You get weird stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Mr. Lumpy Elbow. Growing a
breast.
Another head out of your elbow.
My spare breast. I'm Scaramanga. Oh no, that was just a nipple.
Okay.
Nice. You're looking very alert today, Ziggy.
So let's talk about our children briefly.
Oh yeah, well they're famous now.
They had to earn their keep. They can't just keep living here. They've got to put a bit of effort in. So we asked them to do the bonus episodes for us.
Who was keener?
Flint wanted to do it, but he wanted Am to go first just to see what it was about. So she was fine because she can, like me, can talk forever. And we have these, mostly our FaceTime conversations are very similar to the podcast chat anyway.
Are they?
Well, generally just whatever's happened or who said what or laughing at silly stuff people have done. So she was actually more comfortable talking about herself when she was younger and all the crazy shenanigans and stuff that she got up to, basically, and silly stuff that she did and caused us trouble. Whereas Flynn was a little bit more reserved about
it's the past and
showing himself as a young boy. You know, he's more into what he is about now, which is fair enough. And he's a little bit younger, and also is a boy, so I don't know. It means a bit more to him.
Boys.
Whereas Anne was quite happy, laughing at herself. But yeah, no, it was very nice. It was quite weird. It was quite weird to sit down for like a formal discussion to start with, because it's not often you actually just sit in the same room.
No, exactly.
Having
one-on-one.
a conversation, and also a conversation not normal. And sorry, bless you.
Coffee.
A normal conversation. You know, normal conversations are in passing or quickly, or unless we go out to dinner or we're sitting down to dinner at the same time. Then occasionally you get a bit more of a
insight,
not a deep chat, but like insight chat. Or car chats, I think, are the best ones.
Well, they do say that's because you're not looking at each other face to face.
Yeah.
People open up a lot more.
Well, I think talking to your children in cars when you're driving them.
We used to love listening.
Yeah. So when you go and pick up like a group of kids from something, like your child, not just random children, your child with some of their friends from somewhere, and you're sort of just driving along, and they sort of half forget that you're there, and they sort of just interact with each other and chat, and you get a little bit of gossip of what's happening and who said what to who and who likes who. Or, I mean, Amber tells us that stuff anyway, regardless. But yeah, that's quite interesting. But I think just having a chat in the car, because they can't storm off, they can't run away, they can't. You've got to stay fairly calm because you're driving.
Well, you say that.
I have to stay very calm. Yeah. I get annoyed with other drivers more. So I think that's quite a good place to have a conversation where you might actually get a bit more information out of your child. Or if there's a subject that you want to, not that I'm like parent of the year advice here, but that's what we found and other people have found. If you want to get to the bottom of something or find out what's really going on with them, maybe just in for a little drive.
Well, you used to make them sleep, didn't you? When they were little. Put them in a car.
Amber, definitely.
Yeah.
Had to block out any stimulation.
I'm getting inner thigh cramp from keeping my legs together. You see them shaking?
She's got her little
I know.
paw. She's like... So Ziggy's sitting on Mark's lap if you're just listening at home.
Oh, that's better.
And he needs to man spread, and she doesn't really enjoy that because it's not very comfortable for her.
Oh, the little shit eater.
Yeah, she eats poo. Why do dogs do that? Why do dogs eat other dogs' poo?
Okay, I'm staying like that. So.
It's disgusting. So the other day, I just fed them. She'd eaten a whole dinner.
Do we need this conversation?
No, I'm just going to briefly outline. And Yogi went in the garden to do a poo, and then literally 2 seconds later, I see her taking a massive bite. I was like, that is absolutely disgusting. You know, if she hadn't eaten and not been fed for like a week or something.
It's not the behaviour of a lady.
It's so disgusting. You're disgusting sometimes. Really are. So do we have any Mark's bits this week as we're back to it?
Well, yes. I was going to talk about sleep because you're not sleeping very well. We didn't sleep very well last night. And we have chatted about it before.
We do talk a lot about sleep, but that's because it's such a big issue with a lot of people.
But I think, it definitely as you age, your sleep quality does seem to reduce. And speaking to another client who's recently started with me, wakes up at 4, mind racing. Was I doing the Flynn there?
Honestly, just got to interrupt slightly here.
Someone said that at dinner on Saturday night. They watched the one with Flynn.
Yes, there's a little clip.
The mannerisms of Flynn and me, like in terms of...
Yeah, fiddling. And there's a little clip I just posted today of Flynn talking and me saying, what is it with you and your dad that you have trimmed your beard so there's less beard to fiddle with, or your moustache, but you're still doing it. I don't know if it's just a habit. It is a habit. But as soon as you start talking, you put your fingers over your mouth and over your thing and do this. I have to sit on my hands.
Do you know why we do it? Because we're extremely good looking.
No, or is it not because you can't put your hands down your pants?
There is that. And also, I've got a bitch on my lap. Sorry, dog. It's because we're extremely good looking, so we have to mask our faces slightly just because the viewing.
Flynn's was because of the jawline you two have, that you have to keep rubbing it to keep it chiseled.
Yes,
that was his excuse. Anyway, back to sleep as you get
older. So I do think, and a lot of people do this, is so he wakes up at about 4 racing thoughts about what he needs to be doing.
Right.
And a lot of it is rubbish. But the not the what do they call it? A thankful diary? No, what's the thing where you write but gratitude. There is quite a lot now of people, if they do wake up, let's say they wake up at 1, thinking about stuff, is to literally just write it down.
Right.
Have a pad, write it down. If that's what you're worrying about, just write it down. And there's something about that which just kind of compartmentalizes it, puts it aside, and you go, okay, I'll deal with that in the morning. And so there's a lot of sleep researchers that talk about that, especially if you're the type of person that wakes up racing, thinking about, oh, I've got to do that, or if I haven't done that, and I'm worried about this. And
what if you can't sleep like I do last night because you feel like your body needs to be turned inside out? Does anybody else get this, or is it just me? Where I feel like I just need like everything taken out, all my muscles stretched, and then put back in again.
Yeah,
I cannot lengthen my body enough.
Have you done the contract release stuff?
Yeah, I do all that. Okay. I literally lie in bed. I literally
extend. And does it make a difference when you have a sauna before you go to bed?
I don't think there's a particular pattern for me. I think it depends.
Is it cyclical?
Yeah, I think, is it a full moon? Is that why I'm not sleeping?
I didn't have pants on, so it might have been my full moon.
You never have pants on in bed.
I find that weird. Pyjamas and dressing gowns. That's what I'm going to talk about. What the hell is that about? Why would you, if you lie, so occasionally if I'm staying at someone's house, I'll wear nicky-nacky news, yeah? I wear boxers.
Boxers and pants.
But when you turn at night, they all get shifted and stuff. And when people wear those, cotton pyjamas, they get twisted up your body hole. What? They do. They do. Then they're all twisted.
How do you know? Have you ever worn pyjamas?
Yes, at school.
Okay.
And that's like,
but maybe you just fidget more than most people in bed.
I am a fidgeter.
But could you just move your right foot? I'm just a little bit concerned
dressing
about that
gowns.
One. Okay.
Just get up, get changed.
I love a dressing gown.
Just get up and get changed. Then you've missed the middleman.
Don't want
Then you're ready to go.
I like it.
Sitting around in a dirty old house coat.
Dirty.
Yeah, how many times have you worn? When was the last time you washed your dressing gown?
About a week or so ago.
Yes,
it was
I've
dirty,
never seen it.
You don't do the washing. How?
I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to do the washing. Exactly, because
you're rubbish. No, I love a dressing gown.
No, they're just absolutely...
Well, fine. You don't wear one. I will. Thank you very much.
Just like Granny. What are you going to be like when you're 80?
It's not to do with Granny.
You got a house coat?
It's not the 1950s anymore, I think you'll find.
Amber wears a bonnet.
Just because you
are go-getter. I'm a go-getter.
No, I don't know.
Would you like Flynn back? Do you want to swap?
Yeah, he's nice.
What if you get another husband? Would you carry on this podcast with you?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
It's like not another couples podcast.
Yeah.
And we're a couple
and you've got another couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I could be with anyone, really. It doesn't have to be with you. It's just a couple. It doesn't say not another husband and wife podcast.
Oh, so you could be anyone. If you
could be anyone.
I could be anyone.
I can replace you like that.
No, I'm the talent. You called me the talent.
Yeah.
That's the word you
use.
use.
Talent can be replaced.
You say that.
Absolutely.
You watch the viewing figures drop from 10 to 9, maybe even 8, if I went. Million.
Your mum listens.
My mum?
She'd still listen if you weren't on it. Because I'm on it.
Would.
She likes me better than you.
Well, she says that.
No, she does. Sicky, look at you. She's like standing all... It's because your legs are gradually going out and out and out and out and out. So also, the other thing we did, we went to a wedding.
Very nice wedding.
Haven't been to a wedding for years and
Stonehenge.
years. So down in Wiltshire.
It was Wiltshire, was it? Okay.
And very, very lovely.
Pite House?
PYT House.
One word.
Pit House.
But it won a Michelin star for sustainability. So everything was grown in their gardens. Obviously not the trout. That's difficult to grow in a garden. But yeah, it was amazing.
Fish it from the stream.
Yeah, it was beautiful weather, bit of glamping.
Yeah, the glamping I wasn't so excited about to start with because I thought, I don't know whether getting ready in a tent is going to be enough for me for a wedding.
Were you happy with it?
It was fine. By the time I set everything up that we weren't expecting to do and I was sweating, I had a quick shower. Luckily, I didn't really need to do my hair much.
For me.
It was a very hot day and I just did my usual, put my hair up and just put a head thing on to disguise my hair. looking a mess.
It was, it was beautiful.
But yeah, it was lovely. Very, very lucky with the weather. It was really hot, so
lovely people.
Everything was outside.
Lots of cocktails, lots of dark and stormies.
Yeah.
Did you do dark and stormies?
Yeah.
You are such a rummer.
But they weren't super strong, because if they had been, I think after 2 I would have been spinning, and I wasn't.
Okay.
So I think they were very
So
weak,
15 were okay.
which was good. I had 5, I reckon.
Did you? You're an animal.
Maybe.
You're
throughout the day.
What an animal.
Yes, it was all very jolly. All very, very, very jolly wedding. And we've got another wedding in September. We've got weddings.
Big G. Playing golf with him tomorrow.
Year of the wedding.
Big G.
Well, we went, in the year we got married, I think about 10 people got married the same year. Or
no, a lot more than that.
No, we knew that we were going to, or invited to their wedding, stag do, hen weekends. It was just
10
a bit,
people in the whole of UK.
bit over weddings that year.
Yeah.
Even by the time we got to ours, I was a bit like, oh, no, not doing that. Not doing that. Everybody's doing that. Boring. So, yes, I think having a wedding to go to, which is the first wedding, we're sort of that age where some people are having their second weddings, possibly.
We were.
When should we have our second wedding?
Should we renew our vows?
No. When should we have our second wedding?
I'd like a new ring.
Right? Jesus. I want a new ring and I want it now. Sorry, he's just sucking on his finger to get it off.
I'm moistening my finger. But look at the state of this. It's not even round. Look. It's not even round. Oh, it's got dog hair on it. Well, I wear it for everything, but I'd like another one, please.
Yeah, see, I take all mine off for weight training because I don't like getting calluses and rubs. I still get calluses,
I don't mind because
I'm
a real man.
Are you?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Tuesdays.
Well, I need new wedding rings and everything because if you're getting one, I'm getting one because mine don't fit on my finger anymore.
What? Your wedding? What, on the right finger?
Yeah. Well, I took them off.
So when people see you out and about, they think you're single? No,
because I leave that one.
Well, that doesn't look like a wedding ring.
It does. It could be anything. I took them off for when I had to have a full anaesthetic.
That was ages ago.
Yes, but it was flipping hard to get them off. My finger, it was really hard to get them off. And then I was obviously starting to do the sports massage. So I can't wear these to do sports massage. No. So to get them on and off all the time... Yes. Was too painful. Actually, once I got them off, there was no way off. I got them off. Ew! I took my wedding rings off.
Oh no, her eyes gone. She's so tired. As soon as this podcast finishes, you're going to fall asleep.
No, I haven't had coffee yet on purpose.
Haven't you?
No, because...
Don't cry. Oh, Suzie.
I'm just showing my rings.
So you got a lovely ring.
I couldn't get them off.
How many holes?
What the hell?
Sorry.
Right. So this knuckle had swollen up, so I couldn't actually get...
But it's not now, so why don't you put it back on there?
Because it's still quite chunky there. It's thin right near the hand, like where the finger meets the hand.
My legs are going. Yeah.
But... This is a really interesting chat. Sorry, people. But it's very necessary because I know lots of people who now can't fit their wedding rings on because their hands have either swollen or knuckles have swollen or...
Why have your knuckles swollen?
Look.
Jesus Christ. So we need to get them either resized.
Yeah, look, there's no way. They're going... I got them off, but it was so painful. Lots of washing up liquid, cold ice water.
Jesus.
So there's no way I can get those on and off.
So we need to either get them resized or buy you a massive blingy one. Or yes. Or get a new wife with smaller hands. Make my willy look bigger.
Choice is yours, people.
Thank you. What, are they voting?
Yes. We're going to start a new show.
Nice.
We're something like Gladiation. We'll be like, thumb up, thumb down, whether you get binned or not.
Well, what is it? When do you have the itch?
7 years, apparently.
Oh.
So you're way past that. You can't even clean that one.
Are we... What are we at? We can't even use it multiples of 7.
Yes, you can.
I know, but we've passed that.
21, which should have been 3.
So the next one will be 28.
Yeah.
So I've got 5 years.
Yeah.
What? Why are you... What? What's that? What's that? Why'd you drink like that? I've never seen you drink like that. Oh my God. Right. Bring it back in the room. What was that about? Why'd you do this weird little lip thing? I've never seen that. I got slightly aroused, actually.
Oh my God, right. It's so bad. I need sleep, people.
Okay. Night,
I'm going to do that thing. You go like that. I've got makeup on.
No, it's here.
I've got makeup on.
No, bend you. That's it. No, here.
I've got a bendy thumb. I
know, but you do it with it. Well done. Should we leave it there?
How do you know? Oh, dear.
Well done, everyone.
Let's hope I have some sleep next week, people.
Yes. Everyone have a lovely week. It's been
fabulous
very dry.
content.
Remember to water your garden. My plants are going a bit funny.
Water your bush.
Yeah, always see more bush. Right.
Thanks for that.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.